In this video, we're going to show how we set the XGS for this demonstration. First of all, we're going to show how we configure it to do simulated blocking, because we want it to let the attack that we did through the Metaxploit into the Windows machine. We want to let that pass, but we wanted it to detect that there is an attack. So we're going to show how through the management interface, which is the 105 address, we configure it to send the logs to QRadar, and QRadar auto-discover those logs. We're also going to show how to send flows to QRadar, even though we are not using flows in this particular case, and we're going to show the actual logs in the XGS. The setup to prevent the XGS to complain or to detect as an attack the scanning that we do with QBM has been shown on the scanner video. To show how we set the system for simulated blocking, we're going to manage system settings. Under network settings, we go to protection interfaces, right here, right at the top, and that's the segment we are actually using with the first two ports, and we see that is in simulation mode. Before moving on, I just want to point out that to log in, all we need to do is to point to the management interface. That's 105 network. Now, to send logs to QRadar, what we do is that we go into secure policy configuration. We go into intrusion prevention policy. We go here on the default IPS and we right click on it and do edit. And here a couple of things. One is that, this enable X4 protection blocking with the current signature is the update of the device, and on the actual response, we have that on the QRadar IPS object. When we click edit, here's the address of the QRadar box. That's all we need to do. That's the port, the protocol, and this is to enable the leaf format. And by doing so, when the first or the second, you need to probably send more than one event to QRadar. QRadar auto-discover the log. So I'm going here into the QRadar console, go into log sources, and we can see here that it has the XGS logs. And you see here under the enable section, it says that is true, and QRadar does this with most of the event. It automatically detects the type of logs, and it says, oh, I know what this is, and you don't have to do anything on the QRadar side to make that happen. The flows to QRadar, we go into manage system settings. Under network settings, we look for precisely flow data. And here we see that we specified to send IPFix flows into QRadar. We again specify the address of the QRadar box, and that's all we need to do. Any flow information from the XGS gets sent to QRadar. When we were testing these, the logs that are actually sent to QRadar, but you want to first see that the XGS is actually detecting those. So on this monitor analysis and diagnostics, we go into IPS events, and in here you select that IPS tab that I'm here. You see these are the two events that are actually sent to QRadar. We can actually see those events as they came to QRadar by just going here and do a search, and let's do a recent search for the last just gonna do 30 minutes. I just fired that one attack to test this out, and the filter I'm going to do, I can do it on the source IP, which is the Kali machine, or I can make it on the destination IP. So let me do it on the address of the Windows box, 172.16.60.203 at the filter and click search, and we should see those events in here, and here they are. These are the two the corresponding event to the ones that we saw in the IPS.